Hello, welcome to Bentley's Backwoods Bushcraft. This is Richard, and I don't know, it's January 20 something, 20th, 20 somewhere, 22nd, 20 somewhere in there. I don't even really know what day it is, honestly. It's Monday or Tuesday, or I hope it's not Wednesday because I got classes on Wednesday. I don't think it's Wednesday. I don't know. Don't really care. My survival philosophy, and when I say survival philosophy, I mean my ideas and my plans for when it all goes to shit. It's very simple, and this isn't like a bullshit video where I'm telling you one thing, plan on doing another or anything. I don't play that. I truly expect it will happen. I truly do expect it will happen, and honestly, if Trump does not win 2024, it's going to happen a lot freaking sooner than a lot of people going to want. I'm not saying that it won't happen even if he does win eventually, but if he doesn't win, I think this country is fucked. And I truly believe that. Now, there's a lot of people who don't believe that. A lot of people think Trump's a fucking asshole and is a horrible person and can't run the country. And you can have your viewpoint just like I can have mine. I just disagree with it. But anyway, got nothing to do with this video. I do my channel because I enjoy it. Technically, at one point, my channel was monetized. It no longer is. They did some, I don't know, last year or sometime somewhere down the road there, back there somewhere. They altered the policy somehow, and my channel got demonetized or partially demonetized, or I freaking don't know. Don't even give a shit. I don't monetize any of my videos. I used to have them monetized, but back when I was getting a couple pennies every 5 or 6 months. But since that thing happened, I just don't even monetize my videos anymore. I've also started having videos age restricted. Two in particular, I thought it was my whole channel. I still really know if it's my whole channel or just certain videos. I'm not sure. They're going to do what they're going to do, and there's nothing I'm going to do to change it, and I just don't give a shit. I made a homemade flamethrower. Oh, that was fun. I remember that. And it worked. Holy fuck, did it work. And I went out in my backyard and anyway, that got pinged, and I guess that's no longer visible to anyone that's not over 18. And then just recently, another one of my videos about escaping zip ties, that got pinged. Now, of course, they don't want people knowing how to escape zip ties, because here soon, authority, cops and all them are going to start zip tying all kinds of people and taking them off to death camps. So definitely don't know how to escape zip ties, because you don't want people being able to defend themselves before you kill them. Anyway, the zip ties that the cops use, and then those people, you're not going to break like that. You're just not going to do it. Not the way I showed it. The smaller ones, you can snap those easy. But anyway, it got pinged. So I don't know. I don't know how long they're even going to let me do my YouTube channel. I'm pretty verbal about my beliefs, and if you don't like them, then don't listen to them. That's all I gotta say. Or if you're in power, just don't let people watch them. We don't want people having too much information. They might actually think for themselves. Oh, we can't have that. So anyway, I have a very basic and simple plan for the survival of myself and the few people that will follow me. I don't hide my plan, mainly because, truly and honestly, there's two reasons why I don't think that I'm ever going to have the opportunity to execute the plan. And execute is a very important word. One is, I think before, and if they're smart, they will. Before they implement this complete and total destruction of America, they're going to take people like me and kill us off instantly anyway, even before it happens. I mean, they're either going to put us into concentration camps, rehabilitation camps, or just outright kill us anyway. And that's really the only move they have, because I'm not voluntarily gonna be placed in a situation like that. I'd rather go down standing on my feet than on my knees. So anyway, and it's not gonna serve any purpose either way, because the end result's gonna be the same. So, I'm getting older. I'm getting older, and my skills haven't diminished any. I just don't give a shit as much as I used to. And that's really what they're waiting on, honestly. My generation, I'm 57 years old. My generation is the last generation that has any inkling to have a desire to be free in this country. My generation is the last one. That's it. Generations after me, they have no clue, and they don't give a shit anyway. They're just sheep for the slaughter. That's all they are, and that's what they want them to be. So my generation's the last generation that would even fight back anyway, and we're getting old. And what's the sense in fighting back at this point, honestly? And that's all they really got to do. If they would just sit back and do what they're doing now. So I'm going to give them my advice. This is what I would do if I was going to destroy America and take over and be total shitheads like you're doing. Just do what you're doing and just wait another 30 years. That's it. Just wait another 30 years. I'm dead. Everybody in my generation will be dead. Everybody else isn't going to give a shit, because my generation back is the only ones that cared about being free. The generations after me have no inkling or desire to be free or in control of their lives, or even have a life as far as I've seen it. So just wait another 30 years. And then you just have control, and you don't even have to fight anybody. Right now, you're going to have to fight dumbasses like me. Now, you're still going to win. I mean, I'm not stupid. You're still going to win, but you're still going to have to fight me. See, that's where, if you wait another 30 years, I'll be dead, and you don't have to fight anybody. You're not going to have people with my attitude. You'll have everybody that has that stupid attitude about, okay, whatever you say. If you say 1 + 1 is 3, then it's 3. How many fingers am I holding up? How many fingers? 3. I'm holding up 3 fingers, aren't I? I'm holding up 3 fingers. And you're going to have people agree with that. My generation back, they won't agree with that. But the generations after me, they'll agree with it. If you tell them that that's 3, then they'll tell you it's 3, and they'll believe it. I mean, it's clear. They do it. They do it now. So just wait another 30 years, and you have complete control of this entire fucking planet. And then you don't have to deal with assholes like me. So anyway, my survival plan is very simple and basic, although I don't think I'm going to need it. Because like I said, when they implement this plan anyway, they're gonna get a hold of people like me and kill us off before it even starts, because they don't need to deal with us. So they're just gonna get rid of us anyway. So, one, I'm probably going to be dead. And two, I just don't have I just don't have it in me. I mean, why? That's another thing. When I was 20 years old, I didn't have near the experience that I have now, but I had the enthusiasm to survive and live. Not just survive, but live. I had that enthusiasm. So if it would have happened back then, I wouldn't have had the experience that I have now, but I would have had the desire to survive it and to live through it. Now, I mean, I have the experience. I can do it. I just honestly don't know if I even care if I want to. So, honestly, now I truly live just for my kids and my grandkids. That's it. Well, my wife, of course, but I mean, as far as generations go, the only reason I even give a shit to even be here is for them. I could care less. I could care less if I'm here. I just want to be here for my wife, my kids, and my grandkids. That's it. I want to be able to pass on what I can to them. But that's really it. So my survival plan. Let's just assume that somewhere I find the urge to actually survive it. And let's say that I'm lucky enough to actually find myself in a position to still be alive after it's implemented, and our survival depends on my plan. A very simple, easy plan. All right. I do not subscribe to the bugging in situation. I just don't. Now, limited time, a limited stint is fine. If possible, a month or two, if possible. I don't think in the situation I'm in. Speaking of me personally, not somebody else's situation. If you have a castle and a dozen cannons, and you're gonna hold your ground and die on your feet on your own soil and knock yourself out. Have fun. I don't own property. I am not financially gifted. Staying in place just not only isn't really a super good option for me because I live in a city, it's just not pleasant for me to think about. I just don't think that that's a survivable situation. In the long run, it's not a survivable situation. Now, if I had to bug in for a month, that's fine. But I don't see that as a extended philosophy that is going to work for my situation. I am absolutely a wanderer / hunter-gatherer attitude, where I will go into a place, I will get what I can from that place, and when the situation dictates, I will move on. And that's just my philosophy of it. I don't hide it. I don't pretend. So my gear situation dictates that it has to apply to my mobility. So I say I want to get to the point, and I need to soon, I want to get to the point where I have only what I can carry. And so luckily I have the minimalist attitude, but my hoarding abilities just don't seem to follow that. I tend to collect too much shit because I've always got a use for it. Or if I don't have a use for it now, there'll be a use for it later, and when I get rid of it, I'll find that use. Happens every time. But that's not going to work for my my particular desires and situation as a hunter-gatherer and stay mobile, stay light. So I have somewhere between 12 and 20 totes full of gear. It's not like I got a caravan. It's not like I have, a tank. Oh, hell, a tank wouldn't fit 20 totes. It's not like I got a semi, the old Mad Max semi full of, I'm going to be on foot. This is going to be a mobile, on foot, hunter-gatherer, primitive, if we're going somewhere, we're walking type thing. So it has to be in a ruck. And 20 totes ain't gonna cut it. All right, so my plan, and I've been talking about this for years, honestly. I would love to get down, at least within this year, I would like to get down to 3 totes, period. Like I said, I'm somewhere between 12 and 20. I'd like to get down 3 totes. Now, I keep gear for my kids and the people that hopefully will trust me enough to follow me, which there's few of them, very few of them. But I keep gear for them. But I need to stop doing that. I need to tell them to get over here and get gear and take it home with them. So what I hopefully plan on doing soon is getting each out, going through it, keeping what I consider necessity, and giving the other stuff to the other people, or just getting rid of it in some manner, just gone, and stop collecting more shit. That's, if I collect more stuff, I need to get rid of something. So I want to come down to 1 ruck, maybe a small ruck for front, so a large ruck on the back, maybe holding a small ruck on front. I also am going to build a bicycle cabin, I guess you could call it. I wouldn't call it a cabin, I'd call it more of a tent, but a bicycle tent that I can actually attach to my bicycle and use it, and that can hold gear. But that's the limit of what I want to have, and I need to get to that soon. So hopefully I can start getting through all of my gear and forcing myself to get rid of stuff, even though I know I'm going to need it later, or I have need or purpose for it. I have want for it. So I'm a firm believer in this basic philosophy here. You can go 3 seconds without thinking. You can go 3 minutes without air. You can go 3 hours without shelter. You can go 3 days without water, and you can go 3 weeks without food. That's it. Okay. Rule of 3. Firm believer in that. All right. Also, the concepts of the 5 C's. It works for me. It works for me. Now, I'll tell you this. There's only 3 things that a human being needs to survive. Food, water, and shelter. That's it. Technically, it should be shelter, water, and food, but I have found that from experience, people tend to worry more about food than anything else, and that's the last thing they need to worry about. But anyway, food, water, and shelter. I aim to survive, thrive. I don't give a shit if I thrive or not. Hell, I'm not thriving now. I'm surviving now. It's not thriving. I'm not thriving. We live paycheck to paycheck, and not very well. So I'm not thriving now. So why should I think I'm going to thrive after the apocalypse? So anyway, basic philosophy. Own only what I can carry and stay mobile.